Hey guys, what's up? Well, it's another night. We're gonna have a little fun. I wanted to do a few polls on the new banner and discuss some of the research, possibly, that I've done into the characters. So, the first one to research, of course, is Baiju, Dendro, 5-star. And I said, what does this guy bring to the table? What is his role? And the conclusion I got is he's basically a 5-star Dendro support. And he would fill the same role as Diana here. So I've got Diana, and she adds shields. And the shields prevent me from taking too much damage and getting my attacks interrupted so frequently. She's not the best choice for the team, but she's the best one I have at the moment. So it might be nice to upgrade to Baiju. But I don't really see too much need for it. Not enough to spend the real world money at the moment. The other one is Ganyu. And she is basically your frontline primary DPS cryo unit. And anybody who plays the game seriously knows that she's one of the best characters in the whole game. So, given the choice between the two, I'm leaning toward Ganyu, honestly. Also nicknamed the Coco Goat. The other nice thing about this banner is we've got Fischl, Candace, and Kaveh as the side show here. I say side show. Let's jump over here and look for the Stardust Exchange. Oh, good. I can buy them. Yeah, might as well get those ones too. I've got Stardust. I've been staving up my Star Glitter. I could get another C for Benny. And look, we got Lisa as well. So if I wanted to get her stuff up, that might be a good idea. And then we've got our weapons here. A Black Clef Agate, Mysterious Catalyst, Ominous Crimson Glow. I don't really need a Catalyst right now. And Catalysts are kind of the worst weapons anyway. Okay, so we've got 7 Acquaint Fates. And I'll purchase the other ones. Let's do a 10 pull. Come on, show me some gold. No gold. Alright, boring. 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 Interesting. The Sec Greatsword. That's not the worst thing to get. Boring. 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 Really? Not a single character. Rude. Yeah, I better get a Master of the Star. Well, I only got 2. That bites. Not a single character? Really? No gold. But let's at least see a character. Come on, give me Kaveh. Boring. 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 Oh, a copy official. That's not a bad price. Boring, boring, boring. That's it? Just official? No Kaveh? How many more primos do I want to spend on this? Boring, 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 boring. Well, there's a Candace. Getting a constellation for her is not a bad prize. Where's Kaveh, though? Come on. Still no Kaveh. Rude. Alright, let me try one more time. Last time, and then I'm giving up. Well, no gold. I didn't get a Ganyu. I didn't expect to get one, though. I didn't have much pity. I started with 0 pity, so I now have 30 pity. An Eye of Perception, huh? That could be interesting. No Kaveh. Oh. Rude. Absolutely rude. Can't believe this. 30 wishes on the standard banner. Or 30 wishes on the special banner. And I only got 2 characters. But I got 2 4-star weapons, so I can't be too disappointed. I just have to decide if I need more stuff for Bennett. If I want to plunk down on Bennett or Lisa. So let's go have a look. That's not going to help me there. And I have perception. There's Candace. Let's check out her constellations. Returning Heiress of the Scarlet Sands. The duration of the Prayer of Crimson Crown effect triggered by the Sacred Right Wagtail's Tide will be increased by 3 seconds. Okay. I don't really use her all that much, but I do need to bring her up because I need another water user other than Xingqiu. I mean, I've got Barbara, but it's kind of like... I like DPS water, DPS hydros. Gaze of the Derp. Even when Oz is not present in combat, he can still watch over Fischl through his raven eyes. When Fischl performs a normal attack against an opponent or fires a coordinated attack, dealing damage equal to 22% of Fischl's attack. Okay, well, I got a C1 Fischl and a C1 Candace. Yeah, that'll have to be enough for now. Unless I want to put some money down. I burned more Primos than I really wanted to burn, but no, I guess I burned about as many as I wanted to burn. Well, should take a look at those weapons. Alright, so I just picked up 2 4-star weapons, these ones. The Sacrificial Greatsword, I have 2 of that. After damaging an opponent with an elemental skill, the skill has a 40% chance to end its own cooldown. And I can unlock it and then go to this guy and refine it. Where's the button for refining? Maybe I can only refine it once I've put it on somebody? I don't know. Sometimes the interfaces aren't exactly intuitive. Details. Refine. Grab that other one. And refine it. There we go. Alright, after damaging an opponent with an elemental skill, 50% chance to end its own cooldown. So that can be a fun sword. Because you'll be using your skills and you'll instantly get them back. Alright, now what's this guy here? Echo. Normal and charged attacks will have a 50% chance to fire a bolt of perception that deals 240% attack as damage. This bolt can bounce between opponents a maximum of 4 times. It may occur once every 12 seconds. That might be a fun one to stick on Wanderer. Yeah, that might be an interesting one for Wanderer. He's using Solar Pearl at the moment. Normal attack hits increase the elemental skill and elemental burst damage for 20 seconds. So it's just a general shine up. As you attack, you do more damage. But this could be interesting with the charged bolt that bounces around between enemies and does 240% attack. Yeah, that might be fun. I'll have to give that a try. Alright, so I want to get into doing the Abyss runs. But when you go into the Abyss, you need 2 teams who know their stuff.
I'll bring my seasonings.
And this is one of my classic teams. This is the team that really got me up to adventure rank 45. And it's just your standard swirl team with Diona for healing and protection. I didn't like the reaction that happens between Raiden and Xiangling. The overload blasts enemies away, and Wanderer doesn't really have the facility for bringing them back together again, and directly benefits from having them grouped. So it's kind of like, yeah, there's some nice synergies to this team as far as damage goes, but it tends to scatter the enemies all over the field. So it's just not the most efficient team you can use. Then I got Nahida, and I've switched to this team here as, a standard pattern Hyperbloom team. Xingqiu brings the water, Raiden Shogun brings the Electro, and then Nahida brings the Dendro. And then for my 4th slot, I just tossed Diona in. But the question is, if I'm going to try to use these in the Abyss, I need 2 completely separate teams, which means Raiden can only be in one or the other. And the question then becomes, who should fill that other slot? I've got a decent Lisa. I've got a Kujo Sara. And she could be an interesting one. But I keep hearing about Kuki. Kuki and Fischl are names I keep hearing come up over and over and over again when it comes to characters. And that's not to say I haven't heard good things about Beto, but these 2 are the ones that come up more often. There was a guy who was making a video about the best Electro characters there were, and in his top 3, it was Yaimiko, Fischl, and Raiden Shogun. And so it was one of those 3. But then I keep seeing videos that are like, if you haven't tried Kuki, you really need to try Kuki because she's ridiculously overpowered as a support sub DPS. So I don't know. I'm hesitant to start dumping resources into a character I'm not going to use all that much. I do have Razor, and he's already up to 50. So he'd be an interesting option for Electro. Besides, as far as damage goes, like he's really high damage output. He's definitely a primary DPS with his Claymore. But he doesn't apply Hydro as much as I'd like. Or sorry, not Hydro. Electro. He doesn't apply the Electro as much as I'd like. The reason why I like Raiden Shogun is that when you do her E move and it gives you like permanent infusion of Electro into all your other attacks. You don't get that with Razor. If you want the Electro, you've got to use his E move or his Q move, and he has to be on field for that. So he's very much geared around you want to build your team around him to where you get all your other reactions going and then you switch to him and have him deal the primary damage. And that's not a bad role for him. He'll sit in that role really nicely. One thing I would like to see is a shielder behind him like Diana. I don't have Zhongli yet, so can't use him. Diana is by far my best shielder. I need to bring her up a little bit more too. Been working on that. But anyway, things to think about. I need to make 2 separate teams. And I can always swap her out for Bennett and the other team, one of the other team. Bennett's a really good healer plus a support DPS. Bennett and Diana really are pretty similar in a lot of respects. So just one does more damage and one does shields. But they both do the same healing ring. That also, if you get enough constellations, will buff your team's attack DPS while they're in it. Alright, well that's enough of my rambling for the night. I hope you guys enjoyed the Academia event. That was though it was kind of one of those interminable ones that over time just seems to go and go and go and go, and you're like, oh my gosh, let it just end. I've had enough of Kaveh. I like Kaveh. He's an interesting character, but I am so done with him for the for now. All right. Good night, guys.